And since we are in Belgium, of course, we have the pleasure to speak to the Belgian representative. This year, two of them at Witloof Bay. Hello, guys.
Hi,
hey.
How are you?
Very well. I can't say welcome to Belgium. I mean, you should say it.
Welcome to Belgium.
Thank you very much. Tell us, who exactly is Witloof Bay? How many guys are you?
We're 6 in total. We have 5 voices going from bass, baritone, tenor, which is him.
Alto, soprano. Yeah, that's me, tenor.
And I'm the beatboxer.
Are you the beatboxer?
Yeah.
So what is the beatboxer doing exactly?
Beatboxer is doing...
Wow.
Wow. He's quite good, isn't he?
Can you do that as well?
No, I can't. I'm not even going to try.
Okay. So you're going to rock the arena in Düsseldorf?
Yeah.
You're in semi-final 2?
Yeah.
Two. Yeah, that's good. Very well. Whose idea was it actually to take part in the Eurovision final?
Well, yeah, it's a bit special because it's usually participating in the Eurovision in Belgium is quite of a closed thing. It's radio channels or TV channels choosing who's going. And for the first time in years, we heard there's an open contest, open competition to go. And so we during a rehearsal all together, we thought, well, why don't we give it a shot and see what happens? It might be fun because. And we just made it as a joke to start with because we thought, well, people are never going to vote for us. Of course, it's a cappella. People are going to think it's boring, but why not? Let's try it. And it turned out that people voted for us, and then we won the selection, the semi-finals, and then we won the finals. And so we were like, okay, they like us, why not? So it's a bit of a surprise, and everything has happened really fast.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have any good memories from Eurovision? Maybe from Sandra Kim or?
Yeah, actually I do. When we were a kid, we used to watch with the family and eat chips and drink cola, which was very cool. and yeah, just like discover all the different kinds of music, and then there's always fun to give comments on things you don't like, things you like. So
yeah, it's always a big show. Also, it's very theatrical, it's very funny, it's like emotions, all funny, costumes, crazy people doing crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So it's
mainly going to be a cappella. Is that not difficult to stand on a stage for 3 minutes and offering an a cappella number? Are you going to include some choreography in it?
Yeah, exactly, because we're 6 people and that's the maximum to be on stage, so dancers is no option. So we're gonna have to do the dancing ourselves. It's not gonna be break dancing and special tricks, but
no, we're just gonna try to fill the stage nicely and do something that fits the song and just propose a full package.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Do you always sing in English?
We sing in a few languages actually. We sing in French mainly and English mainly, and then sometimes in other languages.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Well, Witloof Bay is the name of your group, and what does it mean? How does the name come up?
Okay, that's a bit of a funny Belgian story again, but it's Witloof means in English it means chicory, so it's a vegetable. It's and it's quite of a. We like to think in Belgium it's the typical Belgian vegetable. And when at the beginning of the group's career, we needed to find a group name, and so we thought, okay, what could be a funny, surreal Belgian way of presenting ourselves? So yeah, we discussed and we thought, Witloof. Witloof sounds nice. Witloof is the Flemish word for chicory. And then I thought, why don't we give it a slight American touch, something a bit more like a place you would want to go on holidays, kind of a weird place. And so I thought, Witloof Bay. Witloof Bay,
like Dawson's Creek.
Like Dawson's Creek.
And you're playing with the title of your song, of course.
That's his idea.
Yeah. I had a restless night. Like sometimes I'm more of a night person, I must say, also because my performances, if I do solo shows, it's mostly at night, midnight, 1 o'clock. And so I was awake around 3 o'clock in the bed singing this song in my head and thinking about the website, which is witloofbay.be. And so if you take the dot out of it, you have Witloof Bay B.
Huh?
So Witloof Baby, and then
that's how it all started.
That's how it started, yeah. And then I went to my computer because I couldn't sleep, and I thought this is really a nice idea. I'm gonna record it, and actually I'm not a singer, so I tried my best to sing the things I had in my head, and made it's very old school way to do. You know, the Windows Media Recorder. I recorded myself, then played it through my speakers and recorded myself on top. So I tried to do the voices a little bit and send it all to our baritone. He's the guy who mostly arranges the songs. Let's just wait for the truck to pass by. Yeah. And I just sent it to him and said like, hey, can we do something with it? And he said like, yeah, I'm gonna listen to it. And he needed me to be there because it was not all quite clear what I meant. So I just sat with him for a few days, trying to explain all the ideas, and then more ideas came for the song. Because in the beginning it was just the refrain, and then we built the verse, the chorus. And yeah, he arranged everything, and he was asking like, do you want to make it sound like this or rather like this? And because it's very subtle, the main melody stays the same, but the backing, like three voices will do an arrangement behind.
Yeah. Right. And because it's a bit jazzy, there's always so many options you can try. So it's just a matter of how you want it to sound.
Yeah, you can make it sound darker, brighter,
jazzy.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Now you have found each other not just now for Eurovision, but already beforehand. So when did it all start for you with Witloof Bay? And how did he come into being the beatbox of your group?
Well, it all started about 6 years ago. It was mainly a yearning from the baritone to do something like that. He's always been he's a classical singer, but he's also like a great director, choral director, and he's always loved a cappella and vocal groups. And so I think he had the idea in the back of his head for quite a long time. And then suddenly it took a step, and he thought, well, let's try to build something. So he contacted the different singers he knew, friends. So yeah, so we built the vocal group first, and then we started rehearsing quite a lot, and we were more drawn to pop music rather than pure jazz. And we very quickly realized that it's gonna be hard to make something sound very groovy without any sort of rhythmic. And so we thought, oh, let's maybe add some percussion or a drummer. And then we're like, yeah, but that's not gonna be as magic anymore because it's not gonna be all vocal. So he said, what about beatboxing? We're like, what? What? Beatboxing? So he told us what it was, and then he had a look on the internet, and he found out that actually the vice world champion was Belgian. And so he was like, well, I'm just gonna write him an email and see what he thinks. And so we wrote to Roxo Loops, and he just replied saying, well, that sounds like an interesting idea. I'll just come and meet you guys. And then he started rehearsing with us, and that's how it all started.
Yeah.
Okay.
So can you make a lot of money with being a beatboxer?
It depends on what you call a lot of money.
You can live from it.
I can live from it, and now like I have a bit more than just to live from it. It's just you have to be very open, because beatboxer is mostly seen as a clown kind of figure, like someone who comes to do a monkey show, like, oh, look at the guy doing weird stuff. But and mainly in hip hop as well. Like beatbox used to be only hip hop and yo. And I think as a beatboxer, it's very important to be open to different things. Like I do theater. I'm working with dance companies, with the vocal group now, and so it's just, if you're open, you get a lot of chances to work, and you get more jobs, and you can make money with it. If you would be only hip-hop, it would be impossible, especially in Belgium. Hip-hop is so small that it would be impossible to make a job out of it.
It's exactly the same for singing, actually.
You
need to be open, and if you like singing different styles, well, the more you're willing to do, the more you can do, and that's great.
Well, you've been telling us that you've been in China.
Yeah.
What did you do there?
I was judging the national contest in China, in Shanghai. Very crazy show actually, and we were the judges. It was me, Shlomo from UK, which is a very known beatboxer who also won the Loop Station World Contest. And then there was Bellatrix, which is a girl beatboxer, female world champion. So the three of us were in the jury, and we all had like ears with translating going on. So very international and professional. And I remember there was this. They wrote a song about beatboxing, and at a moment they start to say like, oh, we have a sad moment now, and there's sad music playing, and one of the beatboxers couldn't be there because he has to study, but study is very important, and like really like
so nice.
so
It's Asian.
really really crazy show. Yeah, it was really fun in China. Yeah.
6 years is the age of your group, and do you have any albums out? Did you record some stuff together?
Yeah, we did. We recorded an album almost 3 years ago now, and it's an album of the songs we started performing when we first started the group. So it's mainly covers of either very famous American or UK pop or French songs. So you've got a bit of Beatles, Michael Jackson, and then French singers. And this is how we started. We started by doing covers and our own versions and our own arrangements, and that's the main first album. And then the Eurovision song came at a moment where we were we had decided that we wanted to write our own stuff and do a new album, and then we heard the Eurovision. So that project is kind of on the side right now, because we had to focus on Eurosong
all the time.
Yeah, it's taking all the time, but we're still having the new songs at the back of our head. So now when we do concerts, we perform 3 or 4 new songs that we wrote, and so there's a new CD project coming up.
Yeah.
After the Eurovision.
Yeah.
And then you will be touring as well throughout Europe, or just Belgium, or Germany?
Everywhere where they ask
Everywhere.
us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we say, being open, it's the same for wherever they invite us, we go.
So if you want to invite us in your country, be my
go
guest.
ahead. Yeah.
How can people reach you for that? Do you have a website?
Yeah, it's Witloof Bay, but with a dot, witloofbay.be.
Yeah. Do you consider Eurovision as a kind of push-up for your band?
Of course.
It is offering you a big platform.
Yeah,
Of
radio.
course.
sure. That's the main idea, because it's such an amazing. It's like the biggest show on earth every year, and this is like, I think a lot of artists are dreaming to be there, and this is just like the one chance to show people what you can do and what you have to.
Yeah,
pose.
it's good. It's good to show to the people, and maybe they like it and maybe they don't. But it's
It doesn't matter.
big
It's just
promo
the
on you.
idea. Yeah, it's just the idea of sharing what you do.
How do you prepare yourself before you enter the stage?
You mean usually
Before
or
you
for
go-
Eurosong?
Generally,
I have
before you go and
a way to warm up. It's,
for example. Yeah.
This is how that's
you are doing.
Well, it depends. I mean, usually when the group is backstage, it takes a lot of time. We do the makeup, we do the clothing, and then we take a little bit of time on our own to kind of, chill down. And then we always have a little moment before going on stage where we kind of hold each other and connect a little bit. It's a bit cheesy, but it's nice
helps,
because
it helps.
yeah, and you're trying to just to get, even if there's a bit of tension because you're tired, you just get rid of it and you just go like, we're gonna do a nice concert, and this is how you do. And then once you're on stage, usually we're having so much fun that you just go for it, and it's cool.
Cool. Yeah.
Any history of the Eurovision Song Contest? Do you remember anything of Eurovision? What are your memories? A favorite song you have? Favorite country?
Well, of course, Sandra Kim,
Yeah,
ABBA.
all the main Céline Dion and Partez pas sans moi. That was a cool one. I have memories of certain years that I liked most. I don't remember all the singers, but I remember watching it. I used to watch it as a very small kid with my grandma because she absolutely adored Eurovision. And then I didn't watch it so much for a few years because I didn't have telly at home. And then the first time I watched it again was in 2001, I think. And I remember that show very well because it's the first time as a slightly more grown-up teenager that I watched it, and I kind of, this is a nice show, though. I'd like to be there. And then from years to years, you watch it, you pick up a few songs. I liked Belgium actually last year. It's not because it's Belgium, but I thought Tom Dice had a really nice song.
Yeah.
And Alexander Rybak also, who won. I thought he had a really nice.
And now you are on that stage. You're going to be on Duesseldorf stage.
Yes.
Representing Belgium. We wish you all the best of luck. Witloof Bay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Guys.
Thank you guys.
Bye bye.